Hi, I'm Suzy Toronto, and today I'm going to be doing a reading out of my book, The Sacred Sisterhood of Wonderful Wacky Women. The book has several of my favorite characters, followed by the poetry that I write, and then after each one is a couple of pages of the story of the real woman behind it. Today I'm going to share with you She Who Has a Great Attitude. She Who Has a Great Attitude. The way she sees it, if you want rainbows, you gotta have rain. So she pulls up her bootstraps and goes out into the storm looking for puddles to play in. She brightens up every dark place, selflessly lifting, soothing, and serving. She finds joy in every journey, both in the hills and the valleys, and just about everything makes her laugh. For her, laughter in the face of adversity is the finest sound there is. She just has a great attitude. She Who Has a Great Attitude. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hello. Chit-chat, chit-chat, chit-chat. Yaddy, 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 yaddy. Laugh, laugh, giggle, giggle, snort, snort. Oh, by the way, did I tell you I have breast cancer? That's how I found out my friend, Carrie, had been diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Carrie and I met over a decade ago. I signed up for one of her adult watercolor classes through the adult education program at our local college. I was in one of those, I gotta do something fun or this dreary North Idaho winter is gonna drive me stark raving mad moods. I didn't choose the class because I needed to explore the medium of watercolors, but rather because the program had the word adult in it, and I was desperate to have a meaningful conversation with anyone who didn't call me Mom. I walked into the room, and there, standing at the head of the class, was a wild, wacky woman. Her looks, voice, and mannerisms personified the description of a free-spirited artist living in the woods of North Idaho. Part mountain mama, part drama queen, Carrie was an extraordinary enigma that defied all description. Paint was flying, she was barking out instructions, and everyone in the room was laughing hysterically. I smiled. I knew this was exactly what I needed. Now, aside from teaching, Carrie is one of this country's most accomplished forensic artists. Her credentials and career are enough to knock your socks off. She is sought out by law enforcement agencies nationwide to help identify some of this country's most elusive criminals. She is the author of numerous books, ranging from technical manuals to juicy novels. Her novels are based on some of her most celebrated cases. Add to that her mastery of the medium of watercolor and her over-the-top teaching skills, and you get a glimpse of how lucky I was to be in this class. She didn't teach often, but that winter she'd gotten the itch to drop what she was doing and teach this class of misfit, middle-aged, wannabe artists just for the fun of it. You see, Carrie just loves to teach, and when she does, she teaches every trick she knows, holding nothing back. During that dreary winter in North Idaho, I was totally unprepared for the brightness of her off-the-wall sense of humor. Her upside-down perspective on life, the universe, and everything else caught me totally off guard, something that's not easily done. As each class began, I could hardly decide if I was sitting in the most wonderful technical and creative art class I'd ever taken or a stand-up comedy club. By the end of the class, Carrie and I had developed a lasting relationship of mutual respect and collaborating laughter. Although we now lead very different and busy lives, our spur-of-the-moment, out-of-the-blue phone calls to each other use up way too many minutes on our cell phones. Those calls, which always start with a simple question, last for hours. Topics range from insightful philosophical discussion to humorous, silly girl talk. All of them, however, are filled with laughter. This woman can make me laugh so hard, my sides ache for an hour after hanging up, and I'm not exaggerating. I still smile when I see her number pop up on my caller ID. I know before I answer, I'm going to have a good time. When she dropped the bomb on me that she had been diagnosed with breast cancer, I was stunned and speechless. Too many of my friends had fallen prey to cancer. One recently died, and I was not prepared for another. It was at this moment that Carrie's true character began to show itself. She told me about the doctor who found the lump in a routine mammogram. Neither she nor the doctor ever felt the lump, but it was there nonetheless. After a round of biopsies, a positive diagnosis had been made. The doctor was obviously uncomfortable as the bearer of bad news, and as he awkwardly told her that her right breast would have to be removed. Sensing his discomfort, Carrie quickly consoled him, then exclaimed, "It's okay, Doc, really. I have another one just like it on the other side." As we talked about her treatments and recovery, I asked her about her hair. While my friend Candy was going through chemotherapy, I had made special hats for her. We had even started a company called It's Me Again that specialized in headwear for women going through cancer. I was hoping to offer my services to Carrie as well. She quickly broke into laughter. She was not upset about her head being bald at all. In fact, she was thrilled that her whole body was void of hair. Everywhere, she added. "Yay, no more shaving," she bellowed. Carrie's doctor was also concerned that, like most women, she might have serious issues and stress with the hair loss. He tried to comfort her by saying, "But not to worry, Carrie. All of your hair will come back, and when it does, it'll be twice as thick and curlier than ever." "Oh, great," she exclaimed. "That means I'm going to have armpits that make me look like a member of the Czechoslovakian shot put team." Carrie jumped into the recovery process as if it were a new adventure. With an attitude that every woman hopes she will have, but doesn't really believe she can muster, Carrie never doubted for a second that she would completely recover. The only real question was how much mileage she could get out of it all and how many jokes she could glean from it. Remember that teeny bit of drama queen I was telling you about? Well, she was determined to learn whatever lesson God had in store for her and to come out a better person for having experienced it, the same as with every other problem in her life. Carrie continued to work and teach and paint all through her treatments. I just got off the phone with her recently. She's in full remission and feeling fine. As for me, I'm not doing so good. I'm still doubled over from laughing so hard. As I think about the depth and richness and, yes, laughter that Carrie has brought to my life, I smile. I don't think she has a clue as to the profound impact she has made on me, my art, and my career. It is with great admiration that I share her with you, for I feel blessed beyond measure to have her as a friend. It's not only her shining example of how to survive, but more so her ability to really live every minute of her life with fun and energy and humor that, without exception, makes Carrie she who has a great attitude. Thanks, Carrie, for teaching me which end of the brush to get wet. I love you.